Hello everyone, welcome to my channel USA 90 Day Fiancé. Welcome to Update New Gossip. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7 is officially in full swing. Season 7 follows 6 Americans who decided to move abroad for love. One of the most interesting aspects of The Other Way is the adjustments the American cast members must make. While many Americans have attempted to move the other way over the years, only a few have succeeded. While some of the Season 7 couples seem like they will last, others unfortunately don't. The 6 couples featured on The Other Way Season 7 come from a variety of backgrounds. 2 of the 6 couples on Season 7 were previously featured on the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. The other 4 couples are new this season. This season's couples have several differences, with a diverse range of age gaps and countries featured across the cast. Jenny Slatan and Sumit Singh are the most solid couple of Season 7 so far. Despite their 30-year age gap and cultural differences, Jenny and Sumit are as strong as ever. Sumit's family has finally accepted Jenny, which has helped their marriage. Jenny and Sumit have also been together longer than any of the other couples this season, which highly suggests that they'll stay together long past the season. Padia Phillips and Dylan Yendel are one of the 4 new couples featured on Season 7. The couple has been together for a decade, nearly as long as Jenny and Sumit. Padia is moving to Tasmania, Australia to be closer to Dylan, with hopes of strengthening their relationship. Since Dylan has a past as a male stripper, Padia has some trust issues. Despite their 20-year age difference, Padia and Dylan seem quite compatible. They also seem to have fewer issues than the majority of the other couples this season. Greta Lynn met Matthew on a vegan dating app while vacationing in England. The two quickly fell for one another, and Greta decided to pack up her life in America to move to England for him. However, Greta's move hasn't gone as smoothly as she had hoped it would. Matthew hasn't prepared enough space for Greta, and the two are currently living in tight quarters at his parents' house. While they have their struggles, Greta and Matthew do seem to be genuinely in love. Anthony Berryman and Manon Berryman are one of the rockier couples on Season 7. The couple decided to move to Manon's home country of France with their son Benjamin to save their marriage. However, things are just as tense between Anthony and Manon in France as they were in America. Manon feels that she was the sole provider for the family, while Anthony has been solo parenting Benjamin. Anthony feels frustrated by this and isn't sure if being in France can fix things. If Anthony and Manon don't start working on their differences soon, their marriage might not last. Chloe Fabiano and Johnny Fernandez fell for one another when they met on Chloe's vacation in Aruba. After many trips to visit Johnny in Aruba, Chloe has decided to move there permanently. While she has doubts about Johnny's loyalty, Johnny has his own worries that Chloe isn't ready to settle down. There is very little trust between the couple, which is never a strong indicator that a relationship will last. If Chloe and Johnny don't get on the same page, their relationship won't survive. Luke Berry and Madeleine Perez are a returning couple, however, their relationship is the least stable on the cast. After leaving everything in America to move to Colombia, Luke found out that Madeleine had blocked him shortly before he got on the plane. After making amends, the couple had another huge fight over a stripper at Luke's bachelor party. Madeleine ended up throwing cake at Luke and storming out. Things aren't looking good for Luke and Madeleine at all. The couple is supposed to get married this season, but they may not make it to the altar. 90 Day Fiancé couple Jenny Slatan and Sumit Singh have made a big move after spending the last 5 years together in India. Sumit was working at a call center when he catfished Jenny from California by pretending to be Michael Jones for a year. Jenny quickly forgave Sumit when he finally confessed to the truth. Sumit and Jenny's 30-year age gap was not okay for his parents, so they married him off to a woman of their choice. However, Sumit continued dating Jenny long distance until she came to India in The Other Way Season 1. Sumit was born and raised in Delhi. When Jenny moved to India in The Other Way Season 1, Sumit had not told his parents about her decision. He also kept Jenny in the dark about his first marriage. Sumit used to make trips between his accommodation with Jenny and his parents' house until he was finally caught by his in-laws. Once it was decided that he would get divorced from his first wife, Sumit began living with Jenny in a bungalow in the state of Uttar Pradesh, India. In 90 Day Fiancé's Toe Season 2, fans got a glimpse of Jenny and Sumit's traditional Hindu house blessing ceremony at the Noida house. As part of the ritual, A priest stood at the entrance and guided them through several symbolic customs before they could step into their new home. He poured water into their hands using a leaf and instructed them to wave their hands above their heads. Sumit explained that the ceremony was meant to purify the space and remove negative energy. The blessing involved Sanskrit chants, a flower pot Jenny carried on her head, and even a surprise cow indoors. Jenny and Sumit considered relocating to Thailand, with David Toborowski and Annie Suwin offering their condo in Jomtien Beach as a potential home. David, now a real estate agent, showcased the fully furnished one-bedroom unit, priced at 2.1 million Thai baht, to Jenny and Sumit during a segment on 90 Day Diaries. The condo's proximity to the beach and its foreign ownership status made it an appealing option for the couple, especially given their challenges in India. Despite the enticing offer, Jenny and Sumit ultimately decided to remain in India, continuing their journey together. In a surprising turn of events revealed in a January 2024 episode of 90 Day Diaries, Sumit's mother, Sana, officially accepted Jenny as her daughter-in-law. For years, Sana strongly opposed their relationship, even going so far as to threaten to disown Sumit after he secretly married Jenny. However, she changed her stance. The emotional moment touched both Sumit and Jenny, though some fans remained skeptical about whether this acceptance would lead to lasting peace in the family. In the latest season of 90 Day Diaries, Sumit and Jenny moved into a clean, well-maintained apartment inside a gated community. Though smaller than their old bungalow, it was a more comfortable and secure option. They chose to downsize due to rising rent and the deteriorating condition of their former home. Even so, the new place was still expensive, especially after Sumit lost his restaurant job. On the upside, Jenny and Sumit's mother, Sana, have grown close over the past 15 months. Feeling the pressure, Sumit confided in his mom and asked 65-year-old Jenny to consider working, and Sadhna agreed. In the latest 90 Day Fiancé spin-off episode, Sumit and Jenny renewed their vows for their 3-year anniversary. This time, Sumit's parents, Sana and Anil, were part of the ceremony, unlike the first wedding. They offered Sumit a place to stay since he was still unemployed. As many jobs he applied for required trained chefs. Jenny was upset that Sumit accepted their offer without consulting her, but she understood how important it was to him. Supporting her husband, Jenny agreed to move in with Sana and Anil, embracing this new chapter together. Jenny appears to be happy with Sumit in the USA. In fact, she appears to be elated to be living her dream life with a man she really loves. In the picture above, the duo pose for the camera, with both looking remarkably content. They've been through so much, and their life as a couple hasn't always been easy. However, their worst problems now seem to be over. Jenny wrote, while she poses a question that a lot of people can relate to, the picture tells another story. She's obviously thrilled to be with Sumit in America. For Jenny, life in India was often stressful. Sumit's parents judged her, making her feel subhuman. They were really mean. Jenny's a strong person, but anyone would be appalled if they were treated that way. She was too old for them, and not domestic enough. She didn't fit their ideal of what a daughter-in-law should be. However, some of that was probably cultural. While differences in cultures are real and should be respected, it wasn't Jenny's fault that she didn't fit the mold. She hung in there, withstanding verbal abuse from his parents that would probably make a lot of people run away. Why? Well, she loves Sumit. She was in it for the long haul, wanting a marriage and the proverbial happy ending. The issue is that Sumit had a lot of problems to solve before he could make that dream a reality. It seemed like Sumit would let her down. However, he didn't. He eventually married Jenny, and he's still with her. He appears to truly love his American partner. He seems very chilled out, perhaps reveling in the freedom that life in the USA can bring. He's showing off a new hairstyle, with gorgeous natural curls. Both of them look great. They've transformed their lives, and the 90 Day Fiancé stars seem to be having more fun this year than ever before. They deserve their hard-won happiness. Jenny Slatin and Sumit Singh are one of 2 returning couples featured on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7. The couple has previously appeared on 3 seasons of The Other Way, so viewers are familiar with their story. Jenny is 30 years older than Sumit, which has been an obstacle in their relationship. Cultural differences have also played a part, as Jenny has found it difficult to adjust to living in India after living in America for her entire life. Since Jenny and Sumit are one of the more popular couples on The Other Way Season 7, we figured it would be good to take a look back on the journey. Here's everything the couple has faced on The Other Way, from Season 1 up until now. Jenny and Sumit were first introduced to viewers during The Other Way Season 1. While Sumit initially catfished Jenny, she fell in love with him and was still attracted to him when he showed her his real picture. After years of long distance, Jenny finally decided to move to India to be with Sumit. The move was quite the challenge, however. Sumit's family didn't know about his relationship with Jenny, which she believed to be solely due to their age gap. Sumit would often leave Jenny alone to go and be with his family, which left her frustrated. At the end of the season, Jenny discovered that Sumit had been hiding a huge secret from her. He had been secretly married all along, although it was an arranged marriage his family had forced him into. Jenny left India in tears, believing her relationship with Sumit was over for good. To the surprise of many, Jenny and Sumit reconciled after Season 1. At the beginning of Season 2, Jenny even decided to go back to India to be with Sumit. He promised that he would work on finalizing his divorce as soon as possible. While Jenny was still hurt, she loved Sumit too much to let him go. Once Jenny arrived in India, she and Sumit moved into a new home. However, things quickly became complicated again. Sumit's parents were strictly opposed to his relationship with Jenny, and he spent the season chasing after their blessing. His divorce was finalized, but his parents were still reluctant to accept them. Nonetheless, the season ended on a positive note for Jenny and Sumit as they officially became engaged. Jenny and Sumit returned for a third time during The Other Way Season 3. While their relationship had improved, Jenny had to find a way to stay in India before her visa expired. She looked into getting a missionary visa but ultimately didn't feel like she'd be able to fully commit to the process. This left only one option. Jenny and Sumit had to get married. Sumit wanted his parents to be on board with the relationship, and his mom agreed to consider it under a few conditions. She wanted to ensure that Jenny could be a proper Indian housewife. Sumit's parents moved in with the couple temporarily so that his mom could teach Jenny how to run a proper Indian household. By the end of the season, Sumit's parents seemed more accepting and even told Jenny that they loved her. Jenny and Sumit ended up getting married at the end of the season, although they didn't tell his parents. Jenny and Sumit have now returned to The Other Way for Season 7. The couple has come a long way, and Sumit's family has finally embraced their marriage with open arms. This season, Jenny and Sumit even moved in with his family and decided to open a family cafe with them. While Jenny is happy to finally be accepted, she is worried that Sumit's mom will expect too much from her. Jenny Slaton from 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way is grieving after the loss of a close family member. She met her Indian husband, Sumit Singh, over 10 years ago on Facebook. Jenny was drawn to Sumit's personality, even though he initially catfished her using a fake name. Ultimately, Jenny and Sumit overcame their early challenges and got married in India in 2021, showing the authenticity of their love was genuine. Although Sumit's family had concerns about cultural differences, including their age gap, they eventually welcomed Jenny as one of their own. Recently, Jenny wrote a message on her daughter Christina Marie Cuevas's Instagram post, expressing her sorrow over the passing of her former partner's mother, her daughter's paternal grandmother. Jenny wrote, "May your grandma Betty R.I.P., and mentioned how much she would miss her." She also described Betty's personality and how much she loved her daughter, Christina. Jenny added, "You were a wonderful granddaughter." Christina replied to Jenny's message, thanking her mother for the kind words. She wrote, "Thank you, Mom. I'm definitely going to miss her in that big smile." Jenny's tragic update reveals that she had a close relationship with her former partner's mother. She held her in high regard and appreciated her role as a grandmother to her daughter, Christina. This stands in stark contrast to her relationship with her current mother-in-law, Sadhna. Jenny struggled to gain approval from Sumit's mother despite her best efforts to show that she was dating Sumit for the right reasons. In the end, Sumit took the situation into his own hands and married Jenny without his family's knowledge, forcing them to eventually accept her. Unlike her positive relationship with her former partner's mother, Jenny's relationship with Sumit's mother, Sadhna, has been more dramatic. However, there have been significant improvements over the last 2 years, suggesting that Jenny may have developed a better relationship with her mother-in-law. Unlike most other cast members, Jenny appears to be one who deserves to be on the 90 Day Fiancé franchise again. Viewers would be interested to see how her relationship with Sumit has evolved since their last appearance on 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After? Season 7, a few years ago. It's sad to see Jenny and her daughter lose a close relative. However, it's also comforting to know that they both have fond memories of Betty and hold on to the good qualities she used to possess. Jenny has consistently shown herself to be a sincere woman with a grounded personality. Though she wasn't married to her partner, she maintained close relationships with all of her loved ones. The 90 Day Fiancé, the other way, Alam even treated her former partner's mother like her own mother-in-law, ensuring that her daughter developed a strong bond with her grandma.